hello. I am well aware that this single dropped like well over a week ago at this point. However, I didn't have internet. It was a whole thing, but I will be damned if I am not going to react and respond to the first single from Olivia Rodrigo's upcoming album, You Seem Pretty Sad for a Girl So in Love, due out June 12th. Before we get into the single and the music video, I just wanted to shitty chat a little bit about this album because we knew it was coming. We knew that Olivia was going to release this year almost for certain. She'd been seen in the studio last year. However, she did go through a breakup with her English boyfriend. Is it Louis or Louis? I've been saying Louis in my head when I read it, but I actually hear his name said out loud so infrequently. And to be honest, I feel like the part that I retain and attach to most is Partridge. I just was like, yeah, Olivia and the British Partridge boy. Her and him went through a breakup in the latter half of last year as well, and so there was speculation about if this was going to be an album about that relationship, how that breakup had maybe changed or affected what was going to be released on the album versus maybe what had been planned to be released on the album. If you're someone who's gone through a breakup, then you understand, you know, the things that you say and are excited to share with the world and express during the relationship, you might no longer feel like you want to share with the world and express after the breakup. However, I would posit that, especially from an artistic perspective, if you love those songs that you wrote, you would still want to share that truth and that song with your fans and with the world because that was how you felt in that moment. Similarly to how Taylor Swift still sings a lot of her old songs, that's not necessarily how she feels anymore, but it was the truth of what she was experiencing in that moment. And so that song still has value and has weight to the creator, but also to the audience, because there are plenty of people who may still resonate with it, even if it's not where the creator necessarily is anymore. And I mean, Miley Cyrus has talked about this. It's very difficult to be, and Taylor Swift has talked about this too. It's so often that when you release an album, you are not in the same place in your life that you were when you were writing it. And so all that to say, I could definitely see this album having Forever and Always style last minute additions. If you don't know, Taylor Swift added Forever and Always to the Fearless album after her breakup with Joe Jonas, and thank God she did. I'm guessing that if the album is coming out in June, then things didn't have to be sent off necessarily, and she could have made last minute changes after the breakup, but prior to it having to be for sure finalized. So I could see some like hindsight nuance and some hindsight tweaks being added to some songs and some lyrics, and it'll be really interesting to hear if there are flashes of hindsight and awareness, but also sometimes you are aware of the things that are causing cracks in a relationship while they're happening. You just don't think that you're gonna sink because of them. I totally thought this album was gonna be called Luck, and I was super, like, I was locked in on that idea. I felt like she'd been hinting at it months and months and months before, like last fall. And then Hilary Duff's album came out and it had kind of like the same like essence of the title that I was thinking and like predicting that this album was gonna have. And so I was locked in, I was watching, and then the pink wall appeared and the locks, and I was like, ooh, we're doing pink, not purple. It's gonna be Luck, this is it. And then it wasn't. But I do, going back to the pink thing, I am really happy that she hasn't stuck with the purple, because kind of like I said in I had like a 2026 predictions video like a couple months ago, and I said that I kind of, if she'd continued with the purple, then it would have been like she was kind of married to that in a way that felt a little bit forced. And so I like that she broke out of it. She's doing a great job of moving, at least I'm getting this all from like the album title and cover and like the aesthetic and stuff that I've seen, but I feel like she's doing a great job of moving forward while still having ties to the things that people liked about her, like the high school girl in like 2012 with like the stickers and the tongue out and the like slightly like Paramore-esque songs sprinkled throughout her discography. I feel like this album art is very, and this album photo shoot from what I've seen so far is very reminiscent of The Virgin Suicides, which is a very well-loved 2000s girly movie. I'm going to be watching it in the next few days. The outfit she's wearing on on the cover is very much her, totally something I wouldn't be surprised to see Olivia Rodrigo wear. In fact, it looks very much like something that she wore on SNL, and it's her up on a swing but leaning backwards to the point where she is like pretty much upside down, and the camera angle is turned to where it looks like she is completely upside down, and she has this really like happy, peaceful, joyful look. Her hair is flying in the wind. She's kicking her legs. You can see like a little bit of like her like little bloomers. Really joyful and youthful and free and almost kind of like lover feeling in the look of it, down to even kind of the blue sky background with the clouds swirling. And a lot of people are saying this is going to be like Olivia's Lover. I think that the thing that it will have in common with Lover is that it's going to be about different facets of a relationship, both the high highs and the low lows. I think those will be sprinkled in there, but that and the kind of like pink and blue sky focused cover is where I would say that stops for me. The thing that I really think of when I look at this cover is I remember being on the swings as a kid, and you were always trying to see like if you could go high enough to like lean back and be upside down, or if you could go high enough to like flip all the way around. At least I remember thinking that like if I just kicked hard enough that like maybe that would be a possibility. But like anytime I actually got close, or that I did like lean back and put my head back like Olivia is doing, I would freak out. Like I would get like this sense of like peril and danger and falling, and I would like shoot back up and like breathe really hard and like kind of freak out. But it was also like fun and like that I think is really reflective of, I think maybe the mood that I think this album is going to take. And I think that there's just going to be representations of the really high highs and the really low lows of a relationship from the very beginning, like I think he knows, to maybe the very end, like Cornelia Street or Death by a Thousand Cuts. Not that the relationship ended in Cornelia Street, but like the profound sense of pain and loss and fear and maybe anger. And that full spectrum is why the title of the album is what it is, because she is so in love, but she's also dealing with other things that are making her seem pretty sad. That is just my prediction. I feel like I've rambled enough about my thoughts. Oh, there's also 13 tracks, which like, haha. But we do have the first track and the first single. I do not think this is going to be like the best song on the album. I definitely didn't think that like Vampire was the best song on Guts. I think there was plenty more good and great stuff to mine there, similarly to how I don't think Man Child was like the only great song on Man's Best Friend. So I am very excited to see what is contained within these other 13 tracks, but I'm really hoping that Drop Dead is great. I have heard, it has been spoiled to me, that it's not about like, you know, girls roll, boys drool, I want this man to drop dead, John Tucker must die style. It has been spoiled that this is a lovey song. The music video was shot in Versailles, very magical, very pretty. She's the first one allowed to film a music video there in many years. The vibes are very cutesy, girly, kind of like a French Rococo revival. So with that, let us pull up the music video and watch and listen and hopefully be delighted. 4 minutes 11 seconds. Oh yeah, that's the other thing I saw, was the track length. This is like a very normal length song. It's like 3 minutes 40 something seconds. Oh, what's this cute ass lyric video with the paper doll animation? We simply cannot. We must just watch the music video. I'm so excited. Oh God, liking things is so fun, you guys. I cannot recommend liking and being into things more. It is a great time. Little like early 2000s karaoke video. Oh. Okay, we're like up in the club. This is, why does this look like the Harry Styles album? I know that bar closes at 11. It's kind of early. Well, I guess in Europe, maybe. I hope you never finish that beer. You know all the words to Just Like Heaven. I know why he wrote them now that you're standing right here. This is such like a child of Taylor Swift writing, and I'm obsessed with it. Like the specificity and the like building of an image within a verse right as the song starts to like put you in it. I love the synths. This is not what I expected this video to look like right away. I've only seen like the Versailles parts, but we're in like a bar. Okay, I'm in it. I'm in it. Relatable. Oh shit. Okay, we're in Versailles and we've just said the word Versailles. Clocked it. Love it. Okay, I love this. Like you're building the relationship in your mind preemptively just because like you have such hope and you have such like butterflies and dreams and wants and needs, and it's just and the endorphins are endorphining and the dopamine is dopamining. That was so cute. She's like looking at her computer, stalking on the internet, and she kissed me and I might drop dead. She drops down on her bed. Ugh, it's so like just girly things, like teen girl coded in the way that like I love from Olivia, and that she's done such a great job of like keeping around, because at the end of the day, we are all that teen girl. Regardless of how old we are, who we are, what gender, whatever, we are all falling on our bed saying, kiss me and I might drop dead at some point in our lives. And you know what? It feels good. It's painful and terrifying and fun. And Taylor Swift is good at describing it. And you know what? So is Olivia. So is Olivia and Gracie sometimes. Is this filmed on her fucking laptop? This is so fun. Why is this me? Why is this me dancing around my apartment listening to House Tour? These are like specific. This was so good. This is like the dreaming about their relationship, but she's good at like pulling little specific things. Like he's English. Have you ever taken the Eurostar to France? And she's like up here in France, because she has now. I love this. This is so infused with the like early pre-relationship, like jitters and love. The infatuation. The infatuation. This is a peak infatuation song. Oh, we got the electric guitars out. Punk Livy's not dead. That's so real too. You do figure out what the astrology sign compatibility is. And if it's bad, you're like, you know what? But you know what? I think I'm right here. I think this is good. I think, and you know what? We'll look deeper into the charts. We'll find it. Even if these two signs are not supposed to be compatible, it's fine. It's fine. We'll figure it out, because you know what? This is great. And I feel great. I'm like a little bit hesitant and nervous and terrified, but also this is great. And it's all I can somehow think about. It's giving that scene in Love Actually. The Prime Minister is like dancing around to like the radio. I love that scene. I will always be a sucker for the like house dancing scene. Even in Queen's Gambit, when it was kind of sad and she was doing it drunk, I was there for that one too. It's just such a like human thing, and it's so fun, not only like to do, but to like watch someone else do and experience, and it's infectious. The intentional casualness of the way it's shot and the intentional kind of like free flung casualness of the like choreography makes it feel like you're just like looking in on her, like having this one woman like infatuation fueled dance party around like the Palace of Versailles. Amazing. It's amazing. And she has like the cutest little like jammies on with her high socks, and then we go into like the really like more staccato with the electric guitar. Ugh, okay, we got one more chorus left. This song zoomed by. You guys, I really like this. I really like this. I feel like I had heard some people feeling kind of meh about it, and so my expectations were kind of tapered, but I'm in it. It's really good and it's getting me. I want a guitar of my own. I want to jump up and down, and I want like feathers flying out of the mattress, you know? The twirling is so real. The twirling and almost falling over. They did this in like one night. It's doing a lot of running. Why do I keep wanting to say looking like an angel on the 4th of July? I was just listening to Born to Die though, maybe that's why. I love how the instruments are layered. That was great. I am not let down by that at all. I am a fan. It has been added to my canon of fun, bouncy, happy, romantic, butterfly-y songs. I will definitely be listening to it again. And I feel like the music video really added, and I feel like it's adding into the building aesthetic being built around this album. Romantic, European, girly. It's Lizzie McGuire in Rome on her 8th grade trip, chewing gum and staring at the European boys and taking a sip of wine and feeling mature about it, but also wondering how she's going to get this boy that she's been like side-eyeing to make out with her in the bathroom. And like, if you get it, you get it. Overall, it feels like Olivia is doing a great job of progressing but staying herself, and I'm very excited to see more. I loved the way the instruments were layered. I think Olivia is really good at like, her and Dan Nigro, I just really find their production to be, even if it's not always my thing, for the most part, I find it to never be boring. Let me know what you guys are thinking of Drop Dead. Let me know if you've seen the Virgin Suicides already and what your thoughts are about that in conjunction with this album, as well as what you are looking forward to and predicting for. You seem pretty sad for a girl so in love, and I will be back very, very soon. So I cannot wait to see you guys then. Thank you so very much for being here. Give it a like if you did indeed like it. Subscribe if you would like to be here for more. Check out the backlog. We got a lot going on there. We got a lot more coming out soon. And I will see you guys again very soon in the next one. Mwah.